So, what is going on, guys? This is Ryan here.
And this is other Ryan here.
And today we're going to be talking about something pretty interesting. Now, this actually refers back to Night 2, and more in particular, within relation to the phone dude.
So the first two nights of Five Nights at Freddy's 3, we're introduced to a guy the community's come to know as Phone Dude. Basically, for the first two nights, he's explaining how he's trying to search for relics of the old pizzerias, and after the second night, we don't hear from him again. So we're going to be possibly explaining why this could be.
Yeah, because it's quite strange, isn't it? He's kind of, obviously, he owns this establishment, and, he kind of just disappears from the phone calls. It doesn't really make sense, does it?
No, because, he obviously you're going to want updates every night to know how things are getting on, but it just seems to be training tapes for Night 3 onwards. It doesn't really make sense, yeah.
Yeah, and it's just kind of like, if he's opened this establishment and he really wants it to take off, you'd really kind of keep him with it, wouldn't you? Not, it's a week before opening, goddammit.
Yeah,
why would you abandon it almost? It makes no sense.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, it's just strange how we never hear from him again. And when, I think it's more interesting as well, when he actually puts the phone down on Night 2, he sounds in a bit of distress, really, doesn't he?
Gotta go, man. Well, look, it's in there somewhere. I'm sure you'll see it. Okay, I'll leave you with some of this great audio that I found. Talk to you later, man.
Yeah, he does sound like he's like, either someone's telling him to hurry up because they need to do something, or he just needs to go because something's happening. It seems a bit distressed, definitely.
It just seems unique because obviously the phone guy from Five Nights at Freddy's 1 and 2 for the most part was quite relaxed, and when something was happening, for example Night 4 in Five Nights at Freddy's 2, we clearly know he was in distress, and he made it quite apparent just kind of with what's going on really. With this phone call, it kind of ends quite dead, and we're kind of left thinking to ourselves, where is this guy gone? I mean, it's easy to forget about him really, isn't it? Like, of course, no offense to this new guy, but you get so distracted with the game and just the tips that the old phone guy is actually giving you, it's easy to kind of forget he even exists. I mean, I didn't even realise he disappeared after the second night.
Yeah, I know, it is pretty strange. I mean, obviously when the old phone guy was introduced, everyone was like, hooray! It was like, where the hell's this other dude gone?
And then it turned out as well that all the old recordings, as I've just said, they were all old recordings for the phone guy that he's just playing. So yeah, especially if it's only his second night on the job, and if the nights are getting more and more bizarre, you'd probably want to, offer further tips rather than just kind of playing tapes that explain the old workings of this animatronic, because that doesn't really help in terms of how you're going to beat this game, do you? Or, for example, in the night guy's position, just survive the night.
Well, I was just thinking, on the second night, he explains how basically they found one.
Yeah.
After this, by one, he means the spring trap. Yes. And that's when, after this, we don't hear back from him. So maybe something, I don't know, possibly happened behind the scenes that we don't know about.
Yeah, and I think one of the things that could make sense is the idea that there is two purple guys. Now, the community has always kind of pondered over the concept there might be two of these guys rather than just one working on all of this. I mean, in Five Nights at Freddy's 1, one of them had a kind of badge thing and also had what the community is now speculating to be a kind of crank in his hand. But in the Foxy minigame, the other one just kind of looks very dazed, lost, and almost kind of bewildered in his own little world, doesn't he? With the, the unproportional eyes and the kind of cantedness of them. It doesn't really line up with the purple guy we know in the other game. He looks a lot more with it, and he looks like he knows exactly what he's doing.
Yeah, the main difference between the two purple guys I found is the actual white distinct eyes that one carries and the other one doesn't. Like you said, one of them looks very confused and dazed. The other one looks very sinister and knowing what he's doing. Yeah, very aware of his surroundings.
Plan almost, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
So it makes you think. I mean, could this guy be working for a superior rather than him actually owning the place? Could he be kind of like the guy that goes and finds the relics, which makes the place look authentic? I mean, for him to also be able to remember all this stuff, I'm pretty sure he'd need the help of someone who's probably had experience with the past pizzerias. I mean, the proof actually lies in what one of the guys says in the phone call. Doesn't he actually say one of the guys who worked in one of the old establishments helped them to find the new Springtrap animatronic in one of the back rooms that was boarded up?
Yes, he does. He says that on Night 1, I think he says that.
Yeah, it's quite early on, so it does make you think there's got to be more of an involvement with maybe one of these other purple guys. I mean, Springtrap is only one of the guys, and if we actually know that there's two, it does make you think, where is the second one? And, the answers are kind of coming towards us. It seems quite obvious that this might actually be him kind of leading the new phone dude.
So your possible theory about the purple guy owning this attraction would make sense because, he might want to relive his old partner that he was once in, crime with.
Yeah, and kind of introduce it to the I suppose you could call it the community in quite a scary manner. I mean, leaving a character like Springtrap to kind of roam between, the establishment with people walking through, that's really not safe, is it?
No, definitely not. They don't know. I don't think this guy knows what he had his hands on, in honesty.
No, I think he learnt the hard way as well when the establishment was actually burnt down. So yeah, guys, hopefully you did enjoy this discussion. This was based on something which a couple of people are being a bit skeptical about now. It doesn't really make a whole lot of sense, and I can appreciate where they're coming from. So, of course, guys, leave your comments down below. What actually happened to this phone dude? Did someone kind of distract him and pull him away, telling him he can't really say anything like that, or did something else happen? Be sure to let us know, guys, and yeah, thank you very much for watching the video, guys, and we'll see you on the next one.
Goodbye, guys.
Want to see even more content from us?
Consider liking and subscribing to ensure you'll see all content in the foreseeable future.
And hey, why not check out our past 2 videos?